overcast dawn skies, tea in hand, but I'm not travelling on the 433 from Fitchburg for once. This is a change of scene. Welcome, everyone, to Ashland. And this, from the outset, might seem like a slightly unusual place to be travelling to or from, but in a couple of weeks' time, this station will be put on ice, as it were. And I'll explain a little bit more about it later on, but this kind of sums it up. From August 26th through fall 2023, this station's going to be closed for improvement works, repairs. So, on the basis that I've only been here myself once before, and that was on my All Lines Challenge, and here for just a matter of seconds, I thought I'd give it the time of day and explore it a little better. This, however, is not a two-part video as such, but it's going to be split in two. It's also raining. I don't know if you can see it clearly. It's just started picking up a little bit more again. It's a crappy day. It's kind of fitting, actually, to say farewell to a station for an extended period of time. But anyway, I'm actually heading to Worcester now, and funnily enough, yep, there we are. I'm on the right side already, which is good. And I'm going to be filming a second video today. Probably quite a brief one, because it's not going to be a great deal to showcase from it. But I am going to head to Worcester now and return hopefully with a little less rain, a little more sunlight, and take you in and around this place. In the meantime, I'm going to go and settle down with my tea, nearly said coffee, but it is definitely tea, on the high level platform, and wait for my service through to Worcester to come in. Enjoy the train. You always seem to. That's why you're here. You like trains like I do. Train time. Train's actually 5 minutes late, so I've got a little time for those unaware to showcase whereabouts this place is on a map, and it is towards the end of the Worcester line. It's the 4th station in, coming inbound from Worcester. You've got Grafton, Westborough, Southborough, and then Ashland, right next door to a key station on the network, Framingham. And Ashland itself isn't that big of a place, which, for the size of this station and the building of it, you might be a bit surprised by. But I'll explain a little more as to perhaps why the station is as sizable as it is, and why it's such an excellent place to... That's quite a drip coming down there. Maybe that's one thing that's going to get fixed. You might not be able to see it, never mind if you can't. But yeah, all the same, I hope to give credit and give justice to this station, because there's no station on this network that isn't important as far as I'm concerned. Like, I know that every station can't be a north station or a south station or have the same kind of public-facing grandeur of stations like Worcester and Providence. I mean, they're glorious stations, all of them, but each station means something to someone, and it's worth knowing them all and seeing them all. If you're in the position I'm in, I just like to do it. So here I am, quite some way from home, albeit not as far as the other week when I was travelling down to the old colony lines. That's a long way from home. Anyway, less of me rambling. Now, actually a train for you. Now.
they announced that there's like a shuttle maybe replacing part of the service at some point. Is that a thing that's happening? Construction?
I don't think it's happening anymore.
Okay.
Just check on the website.
Okay.
And that'll have all the up-to-date information. I think what it was originally supposed to be was they were doing the shuttle from Framingham to Grafton.
Yeah.
Because they were going to do work on the platform there.
Okay.
But now that's finished up.
Oh,
or they decided to do something else to so that what a basement was.
I think it, like more recently, the announcements are specific to Ashland.
Oh, Ashland.
When the Ashland station closure happens in a couple of weeks, there's going to be a shuttle bus between Framingham and Ashland, but it's not going to affect anything going to Worcester. So there'll still be, like train services between Boston and Worcester will be unaffected. It's just they won't stop in Ashland. That's it.
So going to Westboro will be fine.
No problem. Yeah, no change.
Excellent. Thank you.
Thanks, man.
No worries. It seems the sky is crying for this station closing. I thought the weather was bad when I left here this morning earlier on, but no, this is a bit nuts. So just enjoy the shot of the train pulling out, and then we'll have a little bit of a tour of the station, although not quite the way I intended. Here we are. Let's explore and let's get wet. Here we go. Whoa. I mean, this is nuts, but I'll tell you what I can. You know what? Here for dramatic effects. There you go. Hi there. There. Cut. No, never mind. Oh. Oh. I'm actually conscious of the fact today that I can't really go anywhere with the station sign in it, just to highlight the way I did when I was at Porter Station. If you haven't watched the Porter video, I will link that at the end of this. I'm sorry, this raid is so distracting, but allow me to tell you what I possibly can. A little potted history about the town of Ashland in the first place is that Ashland was actually a part of the town of Hopkinton. Now, Hopkinton is best known locally as the starting location for the Boston Marathon each year. And Ashland separated from Hopkinton in 1846, and 8 years previously there was a station in a place previously known as Unionville, which opened up for service through between Boston and Worcester. That was the case until 1960, and then the Boston and Maine Railroad decided that the services they operated between Boston and the western part of Massachusetts were no longer going to stop here or at particular intermediate stops. Indeed, it was only going between, I believe, Framingham and Worcester, and Boston and Framingham before that. So service to this station ended in the 60s and did not resume again until this station opened up in 2002, when 2 years previously a station opened in Grafton, which is about 3/4 of the way from here towards Worcester. And there were also stations due to be opened imminently in both Southborough and Westborough, along with Ashland, for increased local service and significant demand to get people both to Boston first and foremost, and obviously for the proximity of it to Worcester as well. So this station opened up in its current guise on August 24th, 2002. And somewhat fittingly, I suppose, and sadly, the station will be closing for a period, at least through fall 2023. There's no confirmation yet onto exactly what date it's going to reopen. But 2 days after its 21st birthday, we'll be saying a brief farewell to this place. And as I will show you shortly, it's a very useful station on the network in terms of its proximity to I-90 and Route 9. It has almost 700 parking spaces across quite a wide stretch of land. I'm a little surprised there's no garage here, but there is a lot of parking all the same. And the only time I ever came here, it was pitch black at the start of March in 2022. So I couldn't appreciate much about the station then, not least for the fact that I was just stopping here, getting off the train, saying, hi, I've been to Ashland, and that's it, getting back on again. So this is and I picked a terrible day for it, a better opportunity to show you around the place. So I'm going to go and do that now. Not sure how long for, because it's a lovely day, isn't it? It really is. Let's go explore a little bit more. Have you brought your umbrellas? No, it's okay because you're inside. Or at the very least, you're watching this video in some degree of comfort rather than the lack of comfort that I'm filming it in. But it's fine, because I love this anyway. I've never ever been at a station on a day like this before, I'm telling you. Let's go and have a look at some more puddles and train things. So from where we were just now, I probably should have shown you this before going upstairs. There is ramp access to the platform from here, and as you make your way up along here, you can see the options of both stairwell and ramp. And a little bit like Littleton Route 495, intermediate benches, which I highly welcome. I think these are fantastic ideas, so it's good to see them. Now, I'm not entirely sure where this will take me, other than to the other side. And this begs the question, like certain other places along the line, on the Worcester line, you can actually cross the track in order to get between track 1 and 2. At a glance, I'm actually not sure you can here, but I will make a trip up to the other side of the platform shortly and show you that. And indeed, it's kind of just symmetrical going over this bridge, same as it is over there. You have your step-free access to get down onto the platform here, your stepped access to take you down to the other track, track 2, inbound services to Boston. You can appreciate the rainfall again from up here. This seems to be a fitting feature of today's video. Just lots of rain. That really is it. Lots and lots of rain. And conclusively, there is no point in being up here other than to traverse the 2 platforms. That's it. So no access to other kind of parking facility. There's also a road in the background, and I thought for a moment that that might extend up onto here with some kind of pedestrianised access, but no, it seems not. You get a better view of it over here. You can also get a good view of pigeons. Once again featured in my Porter video, as you may have seen. But I also happen to have seen an old sign for Ashland, and much like the rain, I think it's kind of fitting seeing that, and the context of the station closure. it's all quite sad. Now I'm no architect, but I trust the requirements to get this place up to scratch again. It's a shame that over the course of 20 years it's gotten to a point where it needs such repairs, but so be it. I have every confidence that will come back gloriously in the future. I'm just habitually going down the ramp this time around. I'm going to give you another shot of the Ashland sign there, just because. Now I'm going to head up to the platform and show you a certain few other features of the station. I don't have an umbrella. It's my own fault. I should have brought one. This really is going to test the weather capabilities of GoPros today. The rain was quite bad when I was traveling to Hastings and Silver Hill, but particularly Hastings. The rain had kind of died off by the time I got to Silver Hill, but this, no, this is nuts. But I'm British, what can you expect? A little rain don't stop me. Never will. So, anyway, parking. If memory serves me correctly, 683 spaces across a vast area. And like I said before, perhaps surprisingly, not a garage. Everything just seems kind of too narrow for a garage to stand here. You might be able to get one that side, but I'm going to live with what this is. It's fine. Oh, I can hardly see. Look, a shelter. There were only 3 stations on the entire network that did not have a waiting shelter at them. Only one of them still exists, and that's Lincoln. So I'm extremely grateful that today's trip does not take me to Lincoln, because this station has shelters, a good few. A relatively long one here, mirrored once again on the other side, and of course the high level platforms over there, and the shelter provided by the bridge between the 2 platforms. But I was right as well in saying that there is no way of getting between the 2 platforms other than by using that bridge. Now, in no other stations along the route you can cross over the track at an actual walkway. I believe Wellesley Hills is one of those. I seem to remember doing that before. Interestingly though about this station, it really is like the whole thing is a mirror. It's like that fence is a mirror, and it's a copy near enough of what it is this side as to what it is that side. So I was going to showcase what there was on track 2, but I don't think I will, because take it from me, you see one side, you've seen both. There's not a great deal else to write home about here that's different to the norm. And what else have we got? Let's see what I can find. I've come up here looking for bike stands, and I reckon I may see them over there beforehand. Let me wipe this. This is not. There we go. All right, that's if the quality of this video is poor, I apologise. It's the rain's fault. So let's have a quick look at this again, as I showed you earlier on. Ashland station and parking lots closed from August 26th through fall 2023 for $2.5 million in improvements. Work includes complete restoration of the pedestrian overpass, as we saw over there. Upgraded lighting. On a day like today, I wouldn't mind that either, just because of the rain. Installation of digital signage, which covers Another thing that I always try and point out here, yes, you have the old dot matrix signs over there, but other more modern signage that you see at stations is not here at present, and that's actually reassuring that it will be in the future. Reconditioning and striping of parking lots. So yeah, I can understand that. This is a nice quiet area of the parking lot, and one would hope that upon the station's reopening it might attract a few more people back here. Lines are a little bit faded, worn away. Yeah, it could do with the lick of paint. But this here is the important one for people who wish to travel to Ashland. If you want to do so during this closure period, August 26th onwards, you take in either direction a train to Framingham and go to Ashland on a bus. Shuttle service here, go like so. That is the case even if you're traveling from Worcester. So it might seem a little bit counterproductive, but you go from Worcester, overshoot Ashland, you go straight through the station. Trains will not serve Ashland station. So you will go right through Ashland, go to Framingham, board a bus at Framingham and come back on yourself like so. It's a bit more routine if you're coming from Boston. You go from Boston to Framingham like you normally would do and get on that same bus. And just as I say all that, the rain's kind of died off a bit, and at exactly the same time, I hear thunder. Woo! Oh, what a morning. Right. One last thing, I'll see if I can find those bike, what do I call them, bike shelters, just somewhere to put your bike. That'd be good. Does it have them? I'll soon tell you. Found them. Granted, not many. They're here. Oh no, hang on, no. There they are, there's more. I only saw those on the way up, but no, that's great. So there's four racks there. You could fit 5 in those spots. And then how many each there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times 2 is 12 plus 5 is 17. Let's call it 17, at least this side. I'm gonna go and check the other side as well, just to see if there is anything additional there. Oh, hang on. No, there is, look. It's wet, isn't it? There's some over there. See, right there? I'll go and see if there's any more. Just to be interesting. Here we are then on the Boston bound platform once again, and round the corner here, swing, there we go, the previously spotted bicycle racks. Further 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 here. So we've got in the region of 20 to 25 bicycle racks at the station, and we've got grit salt ready for the winter. And I mean, it is August now, so it's been a terrible summer anyway for weather. It's just been a bit wet. And when I say a bit wet, I mean really wet. That really doesn't stop me though. Besides, trains provide shelter. If trains were kind of open top, that'd be different. But they're not. And also, aptly, I know these signs are up for the small handful of trains a day. Currently only 4 that do not stop at Ashland. 2 commuter rail services and 2 Amtrak services. The Lakeshore Limited service to and from Chicago. But warning, high-speed trains stand back. And there are going to be plenty more of them in the coming weeks and indeed months, because a couple of weeks from now this place will cease to be on a temporary basis. So we'll get plenty more high-speed trains. Oh, and the parking lot's going to be shut as well. Goes without saying for the line painting thing, but it's not exactly you can just drive here and come and spot some trains if that's your thing. But all the same, I'm glad to have been here today. Nice station. But you can honestly tell from the outside, the rust. This does need a little bit of work. But I'm ever the optimist. And like I say, it will come back. Shiny, in a roar of glory. And so the people of Ashland, Hopkinton, the surrounding area, hopefully they'll have a station to be proud of once again. So that will just about do it for here at Ashland. What a lovely day, I'm sure you can agree. Thank you for taking the time to come and tour the station with me. Hope you didn't get as wet as I did. I'm sure that didn't happen. Join me for the next video sometime soon. I'll see you there. Take care for now.